Welcome back to the Coloring Book channel. Today I'm going to be coloring a dinosaur out of the coloring book that I have called Jurassic World, More Teeth. It's a jumbo coloring and activity book. So I flipped through that and it has a picture of a number of dinosaurs in fairly decent detail. And so I picked this one of T-Rex standing in front of the visitor center. And I thought I would try coloring that. This is my first shot at coloring dinosaurs. So I thought I'd see how that worked out, and I added in a few sound effects with this video as well. So I started out, I decided I wanted to color this dinosaur brownish, to kind of blend in with the earthy colors that I was going to use for the ground and the visitor center. So I went over it with a really light brown. Then I went back over it with a darker brown. But I wasn't really very happy with the way the shading worked out. So I kept noodling with it several times to try and get the dinosaur the right color, the color that I wanted it to be. I even added a little gray in it after all was said and done, but I think if I had it to do over again, I would have added yet some green, maybe some really dark green, and then a lot more gray to see if I could take the appearance of the dinosaur away from being brown and make it more brown, green, gray to blend in with the terrain that this dinosaur lived in. So now I'm finishing up the dinosaur with as I mentioned, a little gray throughout, and then I started on the background. So the background went fairly quick, but there was a lot there. The ground was pretty easy to do. Just a few plants. A little green there at the bottom, some darker shading on the stems in order to get them to jump out. And there were a few rocks scattered here and there, but really not very many. So then I worked on the visitor center, and I decided, since everything else was kind of bland with brown and gray, to use some highlighting colors of blue and green on the visitor center, and maybe a yellow around the door to kind of brighten it up and say, come on in. You don't know what's waiting for you here. And then I thought really the blue of the windows would really help make this picture stand out. So that's what I did. And I think that building turned out pretty well. I think when I do that again, I think I'll use some similar things. I might use some darker blue on some of the windows, but I got the sky and everything all worked out. Added some dark blue and gray around the clouds, kind of forebode what's happening here with the dinosaurs, and then went back through with some black to highlight, just add some contrast to some various parts of the building. But that was the Jurassic Park dinosaur. I hope you enjoyed it.